microphone, it sounds like I'm in my car.
I'll work on that. I think I screwed up the settings.
What'd you do, Jack?
Something's wrong with my microphone. It sounds like I'm in my car.
I need to turn you, and you're really low on your microphone. Let me turn it up a little.
Have you killed any old people today?
No. Oh, does that sound better? Does it now?
Yeah.
Is it working better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, good. Ooh, that was close, because I wouldn't want our boss to think I was in my car again.
Oh, no. He knows better than that.
You know what he does, I think?
What?
I think he specifically sets his alarm right for this time to see if I'm there or not, and then goes back to bed.
I think he does, too, to tell you
No,
the truth.
I think his life is in such fear of this show that he wakes up at exactly this time every day and listens to every damn minute of this show.
You do?
Yes.
But I thought we were over that. Oh, what's wrong with my voice?
No, but I mean, look at what happens. The rest of the shows on this radio station, they come in, they kind of do their job, they go home, they give away some cool stuff, play some cool music. We come in, do our job, and there's a trail of death and destruction behind us every day.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, where's that Tom Cruise lawsuit at?
That is still a dangling carrot that the big-time corporate lawyers are investigating. So far, we look really good, though.
Can we sue him?
What?
Can we sue him?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? Yes, we
Mental
should
anguish.
Maybe after War of the Worlds comes out.
Mental anguish for having to watch him jump on Oprah's couch.
Yes.
I know.
Did you guys see that People magazine where they did it slow frame by frame?
No, but that's funny.
It's
he
crazy.
looks like a monkey.
And he smells like one, too.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He allegedly smells like a monkey, and he allegedly looks like a monkey.
Yes.
Oh, my God, it's crazy. I can't believe they did it. They did it frame per frame, and he's, jumping up on the couch, and then they show that yes pose,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, my God. I don't know. But here's the one thing, real fast, not to get into something stupid, but, Stench's wife, fake black girl,
Yeah.
she was totally suckered in by him, wasn't she?
What do you mean?
She bought his shtick.
Did I jump up and down on the couch or something?
No.
Yeah, because me and my girlfriend went out last night. That could be part of the problem why I'm late. But anyway, I'm not late. My microphone just sounds like I'm in my car. Anyway, but we were talking about that last night, how, you really want you want to meet somebody that, makes you the belle of the ball and puts you first and, just thinks you're amazing and loves you so much. And that's what your wife said when she saw what Tom Cruise did.
Oh, I see. I would have gone. I thought you were going with a different angle with
Yeah.
this. I thought you were going with, isn't it sad when people get sucked into these fake performances that people put on?
No, remember that Jay Stench was like,
Yeah.
oh, my God, I couldn't believe
Right.
my wife was like, look how much he loves her.
Right.
Yeah. Outward signs of affection or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird because that's really, really, really what we want. We want to be, number one across the board, and we want you guys to adore us and think we're amazing. But I don't know if we want you to jump on a couch.
Okay, you know what's weird about that? Everyone in America saw that for what it really was, but I'll bet you she didn't. I'll bet you she thought, wow, he really loves me. Girls are so snowed so easily if they want, they want to believe that all that's true for them.
I know, but isn't that stupid? I mean, it's stupid, but
No, I believe you.
I think it's that, Barbie doll and Ken thing. I mean, Ken really wasn't that affectionate towards my Barbie. He just kind of rubbed nubbies with her.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was still kind of weird how his hand perfectly fit on her boob. There wasn't a whole lot of romance. I don't remember taking them out to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, they never went out, really, Barbie and Ken.
No?
No, they were kind of homebodies.
They
now
just
that I think
change
about it.
clothes sometimes.
Well, sometimes, you know what they would do? Sometimes they would go swimming in the sink because I'd take them to the local pool.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd fill up the sink and they'd jump off the sides and they'd go swimming in the local pool. But really, that's all they did.
Nice.
Because, and I think one time I had a half of this airplane, and sometimes they'd get on the airplane, but then I realized I don't think I flew them anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
They never left the ground?
No, and then sometimes I put them in their motorhome, but I don't know if the thing went camping.
And Barbie doesn't strike me as a motorhome kind of person when you really get down to it.
You know what, James? That's a great point. She's not going to go camping, that bitch.
No, you need the Barbie W Hotel, not the motorhome. She's not going anywhere in a motorhome.
Wow, you know how much cooler you are than me because I almost went codger and said Ritz.
Oh, yeah. No, I hipped it up a little.
Wow, you're so much cooler than I because you went with the W. That was really awesome.
Throwing up the dub.
Yeah, and if you were even younger than that, you would have said the standard.
Right. But see,
Yeah.
I'm kind of
No,
old.
there's cool, and then there's just, hey, that's way too young of a spot for me.
Yeah, okay. And you know what else? I never, and this is a good thing, I guess, based on my parents. Barbie and Ken never went out for cocktails.
No.
No.
No, they never. I mean, like they never drank. They
I
never
think Skipper
smoked.
did a lot
yeah.
of drinking.
No, I think they did that one time when Barbie got knocked up and they had the baby. That one time, and she never drank again.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, she never puked. She never, she never had. Anyway,
Because they were never
about Barbie and
married.
Ken. Oh, you're right. They were never married.
And they had that bastard child.
Did you guys ever play with Barbie and Ken? And be honest.
Yes. My
Oh.
sister had him.
Yeah, see, I didn't have any girls around me.
Oh, that's right. And so, Jack, what did you? I mean, did you have to play with the girls?
I remember playing with my sister Barbie and Ken and having, but like, you'd mix in all your toys, so there'd be like Barbie and Ken playing with adventure people.
And G.I. Joe
You
came
know.
in and took over the village and raped Barbie.
Right,
It was crazy.
Maybe Scooby Doo made his way in. It wasn't exclusively Barbie.
Yeah, because it's funny. I remember like Keith Eli, our neighbor, coming over, and he played Barbie, but he did it so wrong that it annoyed me. So even back then, at like 5 and 6, I was bitching at boys for doing it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you're not playing with Barbie right.
Poor
And he
kid.
didn't care how her hair was or anything.
Yeah.
Totally,
Yeah.
they don't care. Guys just didn't care, and they don't get it. That's why little girls tell you exactly what to do when you're playing with them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I would order you around, and didn't you say your nieces do that to you?
Oh, still to this day, when they're little, they would be like, "Okay, I'm gonna say this, and then you say that, and you be this, and you go over there." Okay.
And you guys did it. Gosh, I wish
Yeah.
it was back then when I was 5 and I could order men around. But it's like I don't know what it is that we want about this love thing, because like we like the bad boys. We like the guy that we're not sure about, but yet we want to be. I mean, my girlfriend and I were talking about this last night. We want this, like, I think what it is, we want you to be a little bit bad, but we want you to make sure that you make us more important than every woman around.
Right.
Yeah. And
You know-
jump up and down on the couch like a moron, and you do that.
But, I mean, wouldn't that kind of be great? I mean, not, that's obviously a little stupid. But wouldn't it kind of be great if somebody let everybody know that you're the most important person in the world?
Yeah, if they did it in a believable way. I mean, like, imagine if Fancy Pants jumped up on a couch and did that stuff and hit the ground and stuff. You'd go, this guy is over the,
He's high.
ridiculous.
It's been dipping into the meds.
Yeah, but you know what was cool one time and kind of romantic or whatever, and you know how you do that whole thing. Are you sure you love me? That crap
Right,
that girls
yeah.
do. Well, and I'm sure he doesn't want me to say who he is, so I won't. But anyway, there's this guy I dated before whoever this last ex was.
Yeah.
I can't keep up anymore. And we were in Venice. I'm like, are you sure you love me? Blah, blah, blah. And he got on a park bench and yelled it really loud.
Oh,
in
I saw
Venice.
that commercial.
Yeah. He's original.
Yeah. Shut up. He didn't say, I love this woman.
I love
Oh, he
this
changed
woman.
the words.
He changed the words.
Wow.
He said, I love that woman.
Yeah. No, he's like, I love, and he said my name.
Oh, very nice.
I thought, you guys are impressed, huh?
No.
Why? What's the most romantic thing you think you've ever done for your wife? What would she say? Oh, I wish we could play the newlywed game.
I hold farts in until I go in the bathroom sometimes.
And that is nice. Do you know how nice that is? I mean, I know that you think I'm kidding, but that is really nice. That's
And
nice.
and it hurts and it's painful.
Yeah, but then when you let it go, how nice is that?
Oh, in the other room.
And then everybody's really happy.
No. Sometimes it still follows you, and sometimes you can hear it in there because it's been built up.
So you're not going to tell me what you think the most romantic thing. I know some of them she ruined, but that doesn't count. Don't.
Yeah, I've done lots of nice stuff for her.
Like, see, you guys can't be sensitive. It like makes you embarrassed or something.
Well, I got to tell you, if the shoe were on the other foot and a woman was jumping around telling everyone in the world how in love with me she was, I would be so embarrassed I'd want to crawl under a rock and die.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, we don't want that crap. You should tell me when we're alone.
You wouldn't want a woman
No.
to like let every.
I don't want flowers sent to work. I don't want balloons. I don't want that. I don't want any of that stuff. You just leave that at home.
So what if? Okay, but then what if she's a flirt? Like she's out, but you know she loves you, but she's a flirt.
With other guys?
Yeah.
I'll drag you home by the hair and kill you. That's my woman.
It's my woman.
That's my woman. I'm a caveman.
Jack, what about you?
If she was flirting with other people?
No. 2 questions. Number 1, first, the most romantic thing you've ever done
You
for
know,
her.
I'm searching my mind and I can't think of anything.
I'll have something in a minute.
On you.
I know it is. It's horrible because there should be
Shame on
something that
you.
stands out, and I'm going, oh my god.
Oh, I know what I've done. She was on vacation when we were just dating.
Uh-huh.
She was on vacation in another country without me, and I had FedEx to her hotel room every day that she was there, like little cards, like I love you cards, and I miss you.
Oh, that's a really nice
Oh my
one.
God, that is awesome.
I had that FedEx to her hotel room every single day she was on vacation.
Now, okay, 2 key things. First of all,
Yes.
best ever. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Actually 3 things. Number 2, Jack, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And number 3, did you also hear is when we were dating?
Right. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
recent.
Because now I got you. I own you. You're property of Stench.
Nobody wants that T-shirt. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Yay! All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll tell you that right now. Who brought me Reese's?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Jack.
They're limited edition collector's items.
Jack hates you.
Yeah, you do, because I'm on, like, extreme diet. I did so...
Goodbye, Monica.
Oh, my God. Why would she be opening that in here?
In
Right-
the microphone.
Right, like
I
in
know.
front of it.
Well, I know, but
Hey, look, I've got mail.
she's nuts, man.
It's the babies.
Is that what it is? It's her hormones acting
Making
up?
her go crazy.
You're crazy.
Nutty, nutty, cuckoo bird.
Oh. Anyway, they're limited edition.
Yeah.
They sure do say that, don't they, Jack?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
not kidding around.
And they're yummy.
They say limited edition. Can you
Oh.
say that about a candy bar like it's a collector's thing?
It is. It's a collector's item.
And so what? One's really, really chocolatey and one's really, really peanut buttery?
Yes.
Yep.
And then taste vote for chance to win?
That part I didn't read. I didn't know there was a voting.
I don't think, see, this is sad because I think Reese's is that one thing in time that they didn't need to change up. I mean, the white chocolates are really yummy, but
They
don't.
still make the classic. I like that they put variations, so that's not the same thing. Like, you can get the classic if you want,
Yeah.
or you can get the limited edition.
Because I'm
Yeah.
not really happy with Diet Coke right now.
Oh, with all their different versions?
Well, no, that's, what?
Splenda one?
Yeah, and I can't find the classic.
Oh.
And it doesn't taste the same to me. I don't really love it.
It's kind of like coming home and the wife of 10, 15 years has on a red wig one night. Hey, good. Still the same old thing you love with a little twist on it.
Well, yeah, I guess, but at least she's trying for you.
Yeah.
Hey, this morning, are we going to have Stella, the 911 chick?
Yes, okay, it's really weird today. We're doing Therapy Thursday. We're doing it way
Early.
earlier than normal.
Right, really.
And we're going to do it starting at 6:30 this morning. We'll have one of the Nanny 911 girls, Stella, in here to help out Therapy Thursday. And then right into Andy Richter from Madagascar.
okay.
Andy Richter of...
Cabin Boy, too.
Yeah,
Don't forget.
Cabin Boy, Conan O'Brien fame.
Right, we love that guy. Yeah, you say Conan O'Brien, I'm like, oh, Randy Richter.
And Andy Richter's had like 2 or 3 series that have lasted through like
Poor guy.
3 or 4 episodes. No, he's actually, I mean, he's not done bad considering
He's
he
a
was
he's
sidekick.
a working failure.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know when your shows just fail and fail, but everybody knows who you are because your shows go and you bomb and you get a new one and go.
Yeah.
He's a likable guy.
And this is that Nanny 911. I love that show, that Nanny 911. I think they do a good job.
But they got a book out too, so they're all
Oh, my
about it. The
God.
Nanny 911 girls.
Wow, and she's going to be here?
On the phone.
On the phone? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're not bringing her in at 6:30.
Well, I didn't think we'd fly her here from, like England or something. Plus, would you want to get up I don't even want to get up by 6. I just have to take this call real fast. Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Hi.
But she doesn't.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm on the phone.
Oh, my God, Sandra, isn't it crazy?
God.
What can we do for you?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I just called because
To
I listened-
say
I know.
love you.
Oh my God.
And
Oh my God.
I mean it.
Yeah,
I'm
would you?
really surprised. Okay, listen. I listen to you guys every single day, and then I moved to South Carolina, and so of course I'm here on business for 2 days. I immediately tuned in to find out Danny's not there.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! But you know what? You're way better than the nice people at Doers because they think he is here.
They said I'm welcome back.
They think he came back. And yesterday we had 3 people call us and go, Danny, welcome back.
I think that's happening because
Yes.
we've said he's coming back twice and given false dates, and one of those days was today.
Well, that wasn't our fault.
I know, we didn't know, but we were like, hey, he's going to be back on Thursday,
Right.
and then today's Thursday, and he's not here. He is back on Monday.
Monday.
I had Stench on suicide watch yesterday because I was worried
Because
about him
you're
after
worried,
that.
yeah, because and even emails going,
Yeah.
you sound like Danny, haha.
I followed him around and took his shoelaces out of all of his shoes yesterday.
That wasn't right.
Yeah, Sandra, he's been gone for like a month.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I just wanted to call because you guys are the best. That's the one thing I miss about LA.
Well, the one thing out of everything, I'm happy, but yet I'm sad for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, but you know what? I hate the traffic. It took me an hour to get to work every day. Hated the traffic, but loved listening to you guys.
well, and you're in North Carolina, South
No,
Carolina?
South Carolina.
I'm in
I'll tell you
South-
what I hate about South Carolina.
Yeah?
Sweet tea.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's about it.
You know what I hate is I hate how humid it is there, and the little gnats stick to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they do.
And
Yeah.
those
And the
weird
humidity
tree
starting.
frogs.
Yeah,
Yeah, hurricane season just started.
and I was crapped on in Charlotte by a bird. Yeah. No, wait, was it Charlotte? Where's wait? That's North Carolina. Yeah, but I was somewhere in South Carolina. It sounds like Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charleston.
Charleston.
Yeah.
Charleston,
Yeah, right there on that whole thing where the big ships are and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a big old bird came by and crapped on my head, like on my head where it dripped.
Sharded on in Charlton.
Yes, I totally was. I was sharded on. Yeah, it was not right, Sandra, so I have nothing good to say about Charleston. So there. Do you like it there?
It's okay.
Yeah, what are you doing there? What are you wearing?
Oh.
What?
No, I work there, but there's nothing to do. It's
I
pretty
wanted to
boring.
make her feel like Danny was still here.
Ah, I get you.
Anyway,
Never
Sandra,
bone a celebrity.
would you like to?
Here for 2 days. All I need is 2 minutes.
Allegedly.
You guys are
Buttocks.
crazy.
Yeah, buttocks. Hey, Sandra,
Yeah.
you don't really count as the first call of the day, but I'm going to give you something pretty anyway.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we have
Thank
these
you.
new really cool, like, soupy mugs. I don't know, they're big. They're like no soup for you kind of mugs, but only that saying Danny's name on them.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
No problem. You can put beer on them and tip 1 to the 40 for the Dan.
Yeah, put your rebel flag sticker on there. Rock on.
All right, Sandra, hold on the line, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. See, I told you guys it's going to be the best summer ever. Why? I don't know. Da, 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 da. All right, here's the deal. Earlier this morning, we were talking about, that your wife, Stench, was snowed by the Tom Cruise thing. That, she's like, oh, my God, he really loves her. Look how much he loves her. When he jumped on the couch at Oprah and went, yes, in front of the world. And you're like, oh, my God, to be that woman at that moment would be like, oh, that is amazing. I'm the belle of the ball. But for just a second, and because I'm too good in a mood, and it's going to be the best summer ever, and we're all going to be happy. And it's Thursday, which feels like Friday.
Yeah, that's great.
I want to talk about a moment that you've been the most humiliated, or your heart has been like, oh, that's going to leave a mark. Yesterday, I saw Charlie. Remember The Bachelor Charlie?
Which one? O'Connell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was at the Grove, which is great.
Charlie's cool.
I haven't been at the Grove in like a year.
Yeah, the Grove's cool.
I haven't been out for like 6 months. Ugh, what have I been doing?
You had a boyfriend.
I know, but we should have gone out or something.
Been
Well, yeah,
sitting
you
at
two
home.
should have gone out.
Watching Viva La Bam.
Yeah, a bunch of crap. Anyway, so we went out last night, and I saw Charlie, the Bachelor, and he was with the girl that he picked. And I
Sarah.
thought he said something like, we're getting married or something, because I couldn't hear him because I was in my car, and he was in his car, and we were turning into the Grove.
Oh, you guys were yelling at each other? from
Yeah,
the car?
across, and we stopped the whole thing of traffic on Fairfax.
That's funny.
So I go, what? You're getting married? And he goes, oh, please. I go, oh, you're not going to get married? And he's like, no. Or, something like that. Or
Was he yelling this across the girl?
across her. And all I
Nice.
could, all I could think is that poor girl, because that's one of those moments where you're like, okay, you didn't need to say it like that.
Right.
You could have just said, I don't know, or hey, we'll talk inside or whatever. But I thought that is one of those moments where you're like, ouch. Like where they laugh at, are you going to get married? And they laugh at you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Don't humiliate women by doing that to others. If you want to say, hey, babe, we're never going to get married, that's fine. But don't laugh and act like it's the most ridiculous thing ever in front of other people, especially women.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is bad. I just felt so bad for her. I mean, I think my most, I've had so many. But one of the things I remember, most recently is when I read the Borders text message, and he had written to the ex-girlfriend that broke his heart. I thought I saw you in the airport, and made me nervous, or I started getting sweaty, or whatever. It took my breath away. Like, when you're with somebody, you don't want to read that. No, you're like, oh. But that's a different Oprah, where you know that the guy you're dating or the girl you're dating, or even married to, for that matter, is still in love with somebody else. You're like, why am I doing this? You don't text that to somebody if you're not in love with them.
Right.
Like, oh my God. Yeah, or still obviously major feelings for.
That's the issue. The girls, you so have to be number one, most special person in the entire world, and blah, blah, blah. It's not good enough to say, no, I love you, you're great, but hey, I love this person too. They don't want that. They want all of our history deleted.
Yes.
We want no feelings for anyone in the world, and only you, and you're on this pedestal, and it's so unrealistic.
No, it's not. Well, I don't think yelling across a girl saying, I'm not going to marry her and laughing is unrealistic.
That's what a guy like. That's why I like Charlie.
And I don't think when some guy is saying that he supposedly loves me, wants to spend the rest of his life with me, and then texting some other chick and saying, I thought I saw you and took my breath away.
Here's what I believe. I believe he totally was in love with you. And I believe he still had feelings for her and still cared for her.
Well,
you can do both.
But see, the problem with her is she devastated him. So his heart's still in New Zealand, ripped out over there. So the fact that, he texted her and started the contact with her because he wanted to see if she was still there, and then she responded. So he has this hope of oh my God, maybe, there's still something. Because when you out of the blue, you'll just text message like that guy that broke your heart or that girl that broke your heart just to see. And then when she replied, he's like...
Well, and that message warranted I've been thinking about you too.
Right.
Because he said it took my breath away. And
exactly.
That's a total, I'm so interested. Please text me back with something encouraging.
Right. And then when she did, now he has this hope that, oh my God, maybe we'll get back together.
I think there's feelings there, but
I
don't think there weren't feelings for you because of it.
Huh?
No, I think that, I think I was the settle or the killing time girl. He desperately wants to be with the girl in New Zealand, because that's who he loved and proposed to and all that. And then you kind of find those fill in the time guys.
No, because this guy still got loyal to the other girl that's sick now because he's a good guy. He can care for more than one person. I know girls don't want to hear that.
You mean he can bone more than one person?
Oh, that's what you think.
I know.
But caring for somebody and then it took my breath away when I thought I saw you is a different thing.
It's
one thing to say,
he still loves that girl. There's obviously was some stuff there.
That's what I'm saying. And that is my moment where I'm like,
yeah.
And when you find out, because I've done it to other men, when you find out you're the fill-in time girl or the settle, you're like, oh my God, he's still in love with that other person. And you're just like, ugh. But that was my moment. Jack, how about yours? That moment when you're most humiliated about,
my whole
love.
life.
I have
Actually, my wife has.
You do?
Yeah.
On Jack?
No, on me.
Okay, what was it? Wait, we have to take a break.
Okay.
All right. So those moments where you're with somebody and you thought like it was it and all that stuff, and then you're most humiliated, like Charlie last night, leaning across his girlfriend going, we're not going to get married. And you know how abrasive he is. I was like, okay, that's nice. Okay, we were talking about the Tom Cruise thing again because we got a little lawsuit letter from his people. And, because I just thought it was a little over the top. I'm jumping on Oprah and all that. Not jumping on Oprah.
Well, he did yank Oprah.
He did jump on Oprah.
And then Stench's wife, initially when I saw it too, I thought the same thing as Stench's wife did, which is, oh my God, wouldn't it be great to be loved like that? And, tell the world that somebody loves you like that. And, she's like, he really loves her. And then I'm like, that is what every woman wants, is like that we're just thought of so much bigger and better than every other woman. I mean, really, it is a competition with other women. We want to be the chosen ones.
Yeah.
We want you to let every other woman know that we're more important. And Charlie last night, the Bachelor, leaned over across his girlfriend to let me know and laugh that he wasn't planning on marrying her. Now, A, it's bad enough if he did it to buddies. But B, he just let me win. I mean, he doesn't even think about me, because it wasn't about me.
Yeah.
It was that in girl world, she didn't even really care that much what he had to say. But the fact that it was a humiliation towards another woman is the worst thing you can do. And even when, the New Zealand chick that the snowboarder's still madly in love with, when he texted her saying, I saw you in the airport, and my heart, pitter pattered, whatever. Well, that now gives the new girlfriend no credibility at all.
Right.
None. It's taken away. Like there is no girlfriend. She is the winner. And I know that's stupid, but it's like a winner thing.
But it's girl world.
It is girl world.
Get it.
You guys have got to make us more important than every woman in the room. Otherwise, it just doesn't work out. Now, you said that you had a humiliation story.
Oh, I had a humiliation story.
Yes.
And it was to my buddies.
Oh.
My girlfriend. My first, real girlfriend. It's Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
And she hey, come over. She knew I had presents for her, of course. So, hey, I want to come over and get my present early. And then we were going to go to dinner, do whatever. Well, and Valentine's happened to be on a weekend that year. She comes, gets her present, and then it's like, oh, my God, my girlfriend just called, and her and her boyfriend just broke up. I have to go over there. So, cool. See you later. So I'm sitting at home, kind of waiting for her to be done with her girlfriend so we can go out.
Over, right.
My friend comes, down the street, and is like, hey, dude, what are you doing? Let's go to a party. I'm like, I can't. I'm waiting. He goes, she's not at her friend's house. I just saw her at the party. I wondered where you were.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, my God. Humiliation.
Humiliation.
And I was staying home and shining the friends on a weekend.
And see, why that works in this context of the story is because the friend had to tell him.
And I was humiliated by my best friend. That God,
I'm sorry, it's
awful.
not funny, but it's so.
And you know what's funny?
What?
That one incident, I never, I broke up with her immediately after that.
Right.
Then, of course, I got back together and broke up with her. But I never got over that one incident and could never maintain a relationship with her after that.
You never feel the same.
No,
yeah.
never happened. It was like, oop, done. Don't trust you. Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
You didn't make me number one. Belle of the ball. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Jack, I think we're ready for the first calls of the day. Whoa, a drum roll.
The first call of the day
love
with
this
Jamie
song.
and Danny.
Where I want to be.
That's not how it goes.
Mama, wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Wow, that was cool.
That reminds me, did you see the Eagles special last night?
I flipped
you
by
were out.
it. I saw it.
It was boring, and I like the
I
Eagles.
love the Eagles.
But I watched maybe a half an hour.
Are they just sitting on their stools?
Yeah, they were just kind of sitting on their stools playing, and you were like, well, this isn't like a rockin'
Bunch
concert.
of old dudes
Yeah.
sitting around on a stool. You're waiting for one to fall off and break a hip.
Exactly.
Hey, Derek, how are ya?
Hey, Jamie, what's happening?
Just hanging out with my homies. All right, humiliation. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. When all right, my wife and I are married now, and back in the day before we were married, we were probably together for a couple years. We decided to take a little break, and I did some traveling. She went to school and stuff like that. And one weekend, I was over there visiting her, just a little friendly visit, and I accidentally went through her Bible, and inside her Bible was these pictures. And back when we were dating, we took the pictures together. You go in a booth and you take your 5.
Oh, yeah, the photo
Yeah.
booth, right.
Yeah. And on the very last one, it's me and her kissing, and it's like we're in love. She's got her hand on my face. It was cool, And so I find these pictures, and it's her and some other dude. Same exact thing.
Oh, with the hand on the face,
Hand on the face.
kissing in the photo booth.
Identical.
Oh, same side, same everything.
Yep.
Oh,
And it hurt bad, man. But you know what? Even though I wanted to punch him in the face, we were on a break, so no big deal. But
yeah, but she had it. Well, maybe, you know what? You should look at it as a positive. Here's my angle on it. She had him pose exactly the same way because she missed you so much.
Jamie,
Yes.
genius.
Yeah, because she wanted him to be you.
Don't be suckered in by her.
No,
that
that's
was
the
her
truth.
thing. She
No,
did it
no,
with all
no.
of her boys.
No, let me tell you the truth. No, I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes when you date a guy, and it's not exactly your dream boat, you so want him to be Derek, the guy of your dreams. I don't know if you are a guy of your dreams, but, she was missing you. So she's like, put your hand on my face. She's like, oh, just like Derek used to.
Oh, that's pretty sad.
But it's sweet, and I helped you.
Oh, it is sweet. It is sweet.
Hey, Derek,
What's that?
who snoops in a chick's Bible?
No, you know, it was actually like her Bible was sitting on her desk, and the very top picture was sneaking out a little bit, and I thought it was a picture of us.
Or
No,
Jesus.
it was another dude. Little wake-up call.
And by the way, who hides their lies in the Bible?
Yeah.
I know.
Apparently she had 2 boys on Noah's Ark.
What does that mean?
2 of everything on Noah's Ark.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was like, Ark. I'm going for like a sex reference, like
No.
on the Ark. Does that sound like penis?
God.
Oh my God, I can just see you. That's so funny. Stench and his 2-year-old are having battles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this kid's,
Total battles.
This kid's a tester.
And you're like a big guy who can kick butt, and you can't kick a 2-year-old little girl's butt. That's so funny. All right.
You can't.
So I know, but I mean, that's why it's just testing your every nerve, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you see him battling with a 2-year-old? Okay.
Yep.
I've been talking about this show for a while. I really like it. I think these girls do a great job, and it's really a funny show to watch. Just because I don't have kids, so it's kind of funny to me. It's called Nanny 911, Mondays at 8 on Fox. And they have a new book out as well. It says, Regain Control of Your Children with Simple, Direct, Nanny-Tested Measures. And so we have with us Stella Reed.
Yay!
Hi, Stella.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
It's
Hi.
early, huh?
It is. It's always early when you're a nanny.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's true.
Now, we can get this book, Nanny 911, where?
Everywhere. You can get it in bookstores. You can get it on Amazon.com. Hopefully, every bookstore is going to be carrying our book very soon.
Awesome. And I believe that you guys have a book signing June 18th at
Yeah.
2 o'clock at Walmart.
Yeah, in La Mesa. A big book signing.
Wow.
That's huge.
Okay, June 18th in La Mesa. Get this book. I think you guys will enjoy it. Okay, I know that our producer, he has a couple questions right off the bat. He has a 2-year-old little girl, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Okay, here's what I've got. I've got a 2-year-old that is, starting the terrible twos phase. And when now she knows the meaning of no, you can tell her no, like don't do this, don't do that, and she'll still try to do stuff. Well, now when I make her stop doing something she wants to do, like last night at the dinner table, she was throwing her crayons and then biting them, and I was like, no, no, no. Well, then when I finally get her to stop, she tends to look at me and go, and I go, no, don't do that to Daddy. Then, and then everything I say after that, she goes right in my face.
Well,
What can I possibly do to a 2-year-old?
Well, it sounds like you're using the word no a lot.
Yeah.
So I would try and avoid the word no for a little while. But you definitely have to get her to use her words and not her raspberries and her throwing crayons across the room. But have you tried time out?
Not with her yet. And this was in a restaurant.
Well, it doesn't matter. Timeout applies anywhere you go if your behavior is not acceptable. What I would do is I would pick her up out of her chair and I would go and take her outside and have a little chat to her and tell her what you expect of her behavior, and then I would go back in. But
And at 2, they can comprehend that?
absolutely.
Wow.
And the thing is, no disrespect, but if your daughter behaves like that at home, then you shouldn't be taking her out until she can behave well.
You know what we did, honest to God? We went to a restaurant, and they have indoor dining and outdoor dining, and of course it was kind of cold last night, and there was not one person outside, so we sat outside at a table by ourselves.
Thank God there was nobody outside.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good hint,
Yeah.
though. If if you have kids that can't behave, don't ruin it for the rest of us.
And the thing is, why would people expect them, Jamie, to behave somewhere differently than home? Wouldn't that be the first place you'd expect their behavior to be in check?
Right, exactly.
You know?
That's exactly right. All right, we have some other calls for you. And by the way, great advice. Like, it's like, how does she just come up with that? Like, here's one. Because you have no idea what people are going to ask.
I honestly look at it like, she's 2. What can I do? Like, I can't reason with her, and to me, that's been the hardest part, is
But
knowing she's so young. What can I do?
According to Stella, you
And that's
can.
good,
but
yeah.
She understands. Wow. All right, here is Denny. Hi, Denny.
Good morning, Jamie. How you doing?
Hi,
Hey.
we're good. Go ahead. What's your question?
Well, my question is, I have a child in Washington. I live here in California, and she's 13 years old. I'm 33 years old. We have the same birthday. My question is that the mother called me up last night and said, your daughter's really out of control. She's really unruly. I'm trying to date somebody new and this and that, and she's just she's calling me some really nasty words, slut, and everything else. So then The problem that I have, though, is that down here in California, I was a drug user for over 10 years, and now I have 2 years sober. I now have my own house, and I'm doing really well. I work in the mortgage industry.
So what's your question?
Yeah.
The question is, do I bring her down here to California and out of her element there in Washington?
No, what you need to do first is go to Washington, and you and your wife sit down and talk to her
That's good.
and agree on the way you're going to parent and discipline your daughter.
I think that's absolutely right. I mean, instead of just ripping her out of her place, because it could be, I mean, you're not that stable either there, Denny.
Exactly. And I don't want to, and I don't want to bring her out of her element and upset her life because, I don't think that's fair to her either.
I mean, also, your wife has to be a disciplinarian, and calling you for, whether you're 3,000 miles away, I'm not sure the geography of it. She has to have credibility where your daughter's concerned. It can't be that rule, wait till your father gets home, because unfortunately he's in California.
Yeah, and sometimes he's in rehab.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, be nice.
What? I'm just being honest.
Yeah, you are. That's cool, though.
So, do you think it's more of your wife thing, like where she just wants to date this hot guy, and like the your daughter's getting in the way?
Well, unfortunately, exactly. Well, unfortunately, my daughter's had a really rough life. Obviously, I haven't been the best role model,
Yeah,
and her
yeah,
mother.
Shame
has
on
been,
you, Denny. What the hell?
Well, no,
Yeah.
no, but I'm here now, and I'm ready to do what I got to do to be a good father and try to do the best I can the rest of my life to make it up to her.
Well, I agree with Nanny Stella. I think that you should go to Washington, too, and talk with the mom. I think that's a good one. And that was a loaded question, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh, jeez. Hey, but good news, he's in the mortgage industry. Right. So we found that out. Here's Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I have a question. I have my son's 3.5, and I'm having issues with him sleeping in his bed lately. My husband now works nights, so he wants to sleep in my bed with me when my husband's not home, and I can't get him to sleep in his own bed.
What do you mean you can't get him? What have you tried?
I bought all this stuff in his room. I bought him a night light thinking maybe he needs a little light, and that'll help him to sleep in his bed. That doesn't work. I've tried laying there with him, reading him a book, singing him to sleep. None of those things work. As soon as he knows I'm not there, he gets up and goes and gets in my bed.
Okay, well, basically there has to be a wind down time at night. So one thing you shouldn't be doing is watching TV an hour before he goes to bed.
Okay.
Should be having a bath and quiet time and reading books. And then what I've suggested, it may take you a week of time, but you would start tonight and you would sit in his room until he goes to sleep.
Okay.
What, rubbing his back, or do you,
No, you're explaining to him that he's going to sleep in his own bed and Mom's going to be there. You're going to reassure him, that everything's okay. And you're going to wait until he goes to sleep, and then you're going to leave the room. And then tomorrow, you're going to tell him that you're going to stay in there for an hour. And then for the rest of the week, you reduce it in 10-minute increments. But basically, if he gets up, then you're going to have to just keep putting him back in his room.
Now, the next day after he's slept in his own bed, should she reward him like you did?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Tell him what a great job he did. And if you want to make a big reward at the end of the week, you can also do that. But one thing, you don't want to punish them, but you also want to instill in them that you don't have the same attitude and the same energy level. If you were going to take him to the park the following day, then you're not going to take him to the park because you're punishing him. You're not going to take him to the park because you're tired yourself. Everybody needs to get their own sleep.
Oh, so act really tired.
in their own bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Courtney.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
You
good
know
luck
what?
to
I've
you.
seen him do that one on the TV show, and it worked out pretty amazing. Where they made the kid sleep in his bed.
You know what's great? It's like, I don't even need to act like I'm tired, and I don't have kids. I'll come over, Courtney. Aunt Jamie's really tired.
You kept her up.
All right, let's take a couple more. How long do we have her for?
For a round.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me do this. We have so many questions for you. The phone lines are jammed. It's Nanny 911. They have a brand new book out. By the way, Mondays at 8 on Fox. I love the show, and I don't even have kids. How weird is that? They have a book
Fun
signing.
to point and laugh.
It is. It really is. Well, you want to see if they can solve it,
Yeah,
you know?
they do, too.
Yeah, they do. They have a book signing in Los Angeles at 2 p.m. at Walmart. Actually, it's in La Mesa at 2 p.m. at Walmart, June 18th. So we're going to put you on hold there, Nanny Stella, and we'll be right back with you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you. I love that it's Thursday, and yeah, when it's Thursday, you know what that means. It's Therapy Thursday. We have the Raising a Child edition of Therapy Thursday. Here's the deal. We have Stella Reed from the show Nanny 911. Love the show. Love it so much. Mondays at 8 on Fox. You would recognize her in a heartbeat. She's the blonde chickaroo who's like very stern.
Those nannies don't mess around on that show.
No, they don't. They kick ass and take names.
They can like nanny the parents. It's funny when they check the parents too.
And they have a book signing at 2:00 at Walmart in La Mesa, June 18th. You can check out our website at star987.com for all the details about who, what, when, where, and where to get this book. Okay, and so there she is. You're still there, Stella?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
Okay. Do you just get sick of answering questions about kids?
When they're the same questions, but I never get sick of answering questions about kids.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have kids of your own?
I have a 14-year-old stepson, and I'm nanny to a 3.5-year-old boy.
Yeah, because, it's funny because a lot of these nannies don't have kids, but this is their life. I mean, that's why they're a nanny.
Exactly.
Hold on, you're a nanny right now?
I'm at work right now.
So you do work and are able to do the television show?
Not for much longer.
Oh, really?
No. No, I can't.
All right. So, and the thing is, I'm trying to look at all these phone calls, and I'm thinking they're all the same kind of questions she's always had.
Are they all psychopaths and in rehab?
Hey,
yeah, that was a new one. That was fresh.
Right. He's a mortgage lender, Duh. Poor guy.
You're going crazy.
Here's Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Nanny, I love your show. I have a 4-year-old little girl, and she goes to daycare. When I go pick her up at school, the teachers ask me, oh, are you pregnant? Are you having a little boy or a little girl? Every week it changes. She tells them I'm pregnant. She tells them I have a little boy or a little girl. Sometimes I'm having twins. That and other things.
Maybe she just thinks you're fat.
Okay, no. No, her teacher says one of her other friends' mom's pregnant, so I don't know, but that's not it. But I asked her, did Dad give you your medicine or something? She goes, oh yes, and then I asked her Dad, and her Dad's like, oh, I forgot, and she tells me, oh, I asked her, I'm like, well, why are you lying to me? And she just makes this sad face and looks at me, and she says, oh, I'm sorry, and she tells me she won't do it again. And I tell her the Pinocchio story.
Okay, so she has a child that lies.
Uh-huh. There's a difference between a child who has a vivid imagination, and you would never want to hinder that, but with a child who lies. And I think my quickest response would probably to read the book Peter and the Wolf, where you continually tell lies, and then when you do tell the truth, it backfires on you.
Oh.
You would need to explain to her the consequences of what can happen if, she's in a situation and tells a lie, and it would be really important that she tells the truth.
Yeah, I've done that, and I did the Pinocchio thing. My aunt's a teacher, so since she was born, I've talked to her and I explained everything to her, and she always tells me, "I'm sorry, Mom, I won't." I mean, a 4-year-old, saying she won't do it again. I'm sorry, I know it was bad, and then a week later, and something small again, and she does it again, and
well,
it's just little things.
Maybe from what you said, you've treated her beyond her years for a long time.
You suck as a mom, Stephanie.
No, you don't, Stephanie. But
we all suck.
Some conversations are child appropriate and some aren't. So maybe you also need to be rethinking exactly what you're telling her and what you're reasoning with.
Yeah, because I think that Pinocchio's a little sketchy, in my opinion. I don't know if you should be showing the kids how the nose grows. In my opinion, it just seems wrong.
But I would explain the consequences of what you can do when you tell lies and how dangerous it can be.
Okay, Stephanie?
All right, thank you. I love
All right.
Good luck.
You guys roll.
We roll. See, that's something we do there, Stella. We go, we roll like we're crazy.
We validate ourselves every day.
Crazy. I've had to turn you guys off a few times.
She say up or off. Here's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Hi.
You guys rule.
We rule.
See that, Stella?
Yeah.
We have these kids trained, Stella.
Anyway, go ahead, Karen. What's your question?
I have a 4-year-old who's in daycare. He started daycare just before he turned 4 years old, and he started off really rough. He basically takes toys from the kids as soon as he walks in, and if they don't give it to him, he hits them.
Baby Stench.
I was going to say the same thing. You have a baby Stench.
My kid doesn't hit unless I tell her to.
No, you, dumbass.
And it seems
do
to
that
get better with the hitting part, but he still goes in and he takes it.
Oh.
Okay, so what I got is the little baby or the child goes in and dominates the daycare.
Well, first of all, I would want to know what the policy of the daycare is because you can't control your children when you're at work.
Yeah.
So, that you have to know what their theory is and,
How they discipline them.
how they discipline. But, hitting is, an immediate time out. You're not allowed to hit anybody.
Oh.
How do you time out? Like earlier you told me do a timeout right in the restaurant. Is that just take them outside, talk to them, and bring them back in?
Well, yeah, I would take them outside because, sometimes, but you can't just start it in the restaurant. You told me you haven't even tried
Yeah, I haven't
timeout.
tried timeout yet.
So you have to do it, you have to do it at home first. You don't want the element of surprise around 100.
We only do timeouts when we're at dinner.
Yeah.
At the Olive
No, I was
Garden.
wondering how you would do that in a restaurant because I don't even do them at home.
Well, you have to do it at home because that's where you're going wrong.
Ha
I'll just beat your ass.
Stay home.
Yeah.
Well, you can't beat anybody's ass.
Okay, but Stench flicks the baby when she misbehaves.
No, he does
I'll
not.
give you a
Yes, he
flick
does.
upside the
Well, I'm
noggin.
coming over there to kick his ass.
He just gives her a little flick like on the hand.
Hey, what
Well,
are you doing?
I'll come over and flick him right between his legs.
Yeah.
So you don't think that he should flick her hand if she reaches for something hot or whatever?
Well, no, you should take it away. You shouldn't flick it because it's like smacking. Don't get me wrong. I've tried it. It doesn't work. It's counterproductive. You're just reinforcing that, when you're angry or when you're shocked to something, that's how you react. You've got to show your kids how to communicate, and flicking them on the hand, no. Just remove her hand and explain to her that that's hot or that's dangerous, that's an hour. But don't flick their hand.
What about a bash across the butt?
What he means is like, what if you, like give him a little swat?
Spank.
No, it's counterproductive. Don't do it. Find a different way. You've got to. It's hard work, It's like going to the gym. We don't want to go to the gym. Let me tell you. Do I want to go to the gym?
I don't want to go to the gym. I'm not going to the gym.
I don't.
Are the end results worth it? Absolutely.
And the thing is sometimes, Stench, you don't know how big and powerful you are. Because you're like 6'9" or something and like 8,000 pounds.
How old is
yeah.
baby that you're flicking?
2. I got a 2-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Oh my God.
The 13-year-old.
She thinks you're a bad
The
dad.
13-year-old is completely in check.
Here's what happens.
This 2-year-old's wild.
Here's what happens, Nanny Stella, is that Stench is a great dad. I mean, the 13-year-old has, or how old is he?
He's like coming up on 13.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I mean, he's just such a delight. Well, now with the new wife, he's had this little baby girl, and to Stench, who is now in a better financial place and all that stuff than when he raised his son, it's a big toy.
Oh,
The
no.
2-year-old is a big plaything.
And you laugh, and she does bad things.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm awful.
So, Stench, did you used to flick your son or spank your son?
Oh yeah, the son was spanked. But what's so funny is I will admit and tell everyone that I'm a spanker and that I will spank my kids. But because I did spank him, honestly, I can count on one hand the number of times I spanked that kid in his life because he knew I would, and that worked. The relationship we had, that worked. He would do. Hey, don't do that.
So basically, you raised a great kid through fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfectly. Exactly. And he's an
Love
honor
it.
student, and he does everything I tell him to do. He's perfect.
No, he's not perfect because he's frightened to death of you.
Well, there is that.
Yeah, I'm big.
But
I'm big and menacing though too.
But you know what? I think I know that you guys don't teach that, but there's something to be said about that because I was kind of a rebellious teenager and I was afraid of my dad. And I tell you what, it put me in my spot.
You know what, Jimmy? I'll be honest. I don't know if it's the fact that parents don't spank anymore or the fact that people are just way too polite and they want to be their kid's best friend.
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
And, I mean, when I was a kid, my father yelled. He only had to raise his voice and that was enough. But I don't remember getting spanked.
Right.
But I do remember spending a lot of time with my parents and my family and my grandparents, and I don't believe that I was put in front of a TV or a video game.
I can, and not to slam those of you that do it, but I cannot believe people sit down at a dinner table with TV on.
No, that's not allowed.
I can't even believe it. I mean, I'm like, do you guys not you're a family. You don't have enough to talk about as a family for, 1 hour?
But that's what's escaping us, family life and family values.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely, I'm like, oh my God, we'd get like killed if we had TV on. during dinner. Oh. Okay, so you think that part of the problem is not so much, the spanking, not spanking. It's that every parent now is like, I'm going to be this child's best friend.
Yeah, they don't want to. Somebody asked me the difference in the UK and here about raising your kids. And to be honest, I've never been a nanny in the UK. I got my education there, but I didn't nanny there. But I think it's that maybe we're not as polite, and that's, a deficit. But the fact that we don't care if the kids say, I hate you, I don't like you, I don't love you, because your job as a parent is to discipline your children.
Wow. Yeah, not be the best friend and dress alike?
No, and like, hey, let's,
Be the bad guy?
Let's go out and ride our bikes and, let's go shopping at the mall. That's all cool, but at the end of the day, can you still put them in time out or remove every privilege because they've done something so hideous?
See, you should be laughing when the kid does something wrong.
Well, what's so funny is I totally have that with the boy. With the boy, we play games, we play sports, we do stuff all the time he's with me, and then, like, for instance, bad grade on the report card, everything's gone. I mean, the TV's gone, the video game's gone.
But the 2-year-old little girl is like a little fun toy for you.
The 2-year-old just makes me laugh. She's a monster.
She's not going to be a fun toy when she's in juvenile hall.
Oh, God.
Ha-ha, Stench.
It's so true.
All right, hold on a minute there, Stella. We're going to take another break, and it's a special edition, the Raising a Child edition of Therapy Thursday. I love this.
Good.
I love Stella. I do. Nanny 911, Mondays at 8 on Fox, and they have a new book out, and you can get all the... Okay, we're here with Stella Reed from Nanny 911 on Fox, and it's a special edition of our little Therapy Thursday. They have a book signing at 2 o'clock at Walmart in La Mesa, and that's June 18th. All the details are on our website, star987.com, so you can go there and figure that stuff out. It's funny because we were off the air. We were talking about all different kinds of different scenarios that are happening with kids, and one of the things, too, I brought up is that, what do you do when you do the threat of, we're going to leave without you, which obviously I learned my lesson because we're not going to leave without you. And they still lay there and they hold on to whatever and you can't pick them up and they're throwing a fit. And my stepson used to throw a fit and he would just lay down, even in the middle of that garden park or whatever, the flower gardens, laid in the middle of the sidewalk and wouldn't move.
Okay, so that's about their control at that moment in time, right? So
right. And my last nerve.
Yeah, and they usually get you on your last nerve anyway. You can either call their bluff and you can sit there and you can wait it out, or, you have to physically remove them, both of you, if there's two of you at the time, you and your husband. But the other thing is you can't let it go after there. For example, if you say, if you don't get up right now, I'm taking away that PlayStation for a week.
Right.
Or you're grounded, then you have to see that through. Even if you didn't have credibility in that place, in that flower garden at the time.
Yeah, with his parents. Oh.
You're gonna have to have credibility later. It can't go. That behavior can't go unrecognized. It can't just be forgotten.
I mean, kids can just bring it down to a level that you can't. Humiliate you in front of the grandparents and everybody. Like you're the worst person ever.
Do you find that why is it they seem to misbehave more around the grandparents?
Well, I don't think that's every kid. I think it depends on the situation, and maybe they do want to humiliate you. Maybe you, maybe you've controlled them all week. They've done exactly what you wanted them to do, and it's like, get lost. I'm doing my own thing, even if you are embarrassed.
Well, because when I was little, my parents said, we're going to leave you. You'd run after them. So I tried that with him. I said, we're leaving, and we left, drove around the block, and he was still on the ground.
Here's the problem.
I used to have a situation with my stepson. He's a sulker. He pouts.
Oh, gosh.
And it used to drive me crazy. And then instead of trying to address his behavior, I addressed my own. Whereas I used to let it stress me out and get bothered by it, I'd just laugh it off. We'd still go off and do our thing. He'd come along in tow, and he just had to participate, whether he was happy or not. Whereas before, what I'd do is like, you ruined my day. I'm not going again.
Right, or you go over the top and go, come on, this is fun. Aren't we having fun?
Yeah, I think when they're younger, you want to try and distract them. You want to try and divert their attention away from that spin out at the time. But with older ones, you've got to go back to basics. They've got to know that there's going to be a consequence for that action, even if it's later, even if it's going to be for 3 weeks or whatever. You're grounded, you've lost something, I'm taking everything out of your room, you're going to earn it back, whatever. It sounds harsh, but it's where it hurts.
And then what about from like 6 to 12, the child that's always hurt?
oh, the child that's always hurt.
Like you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, not only because the crier gets scared and intimidated. This is like the child that's always hurt. You know, like they play with their friends and they come in and they're hurt.
Well, you know what? I think I would do a little bit of reverse psychology and say that, you know, they've been having a lot of accidents lately, so we're going to have to take a time out. You know, not a punishment, you know, but we're going to be cautious. You know, it's not about being afraid or fear. It's about being cautious. So for a little while, you know, until you don't get killed on the soccer field or hurt, we're going to have a break.
Well, that's pretty smart. So, like, because it seems like you're getting hurt there, so maybe it's not a good idea you play anymore.
Yeah, but not you're angry because they keep getting hurt.
And what about that you know, child that's intimidated or whatever and cries at the blink of a hat? I mean, just, you know, wails.
Well, I had a situation on a show a while ago, and sometimes they do that purely for attention. I mean, if you think that there are, you know, deeper issues than that, then you have to address them. But, you know, where people have said, I can't go to bed by myself or I can't do this by myself, then I've joked with parents then on Saturday when they come to do their soccer game, you're going to have to tell them you're going to run around the pitch and hold their hand with them.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, you know, you've all been around those parents that have the crybaby. I mean, really, the crybaby, like, and they grab hold of the mom's leg. Yeah. You know?
It's a lot about the response of the parent. And again, that's the thing with the show and in the book. It's about you as a parent choosing how you're going to deal with the situation, you know, not just buying into...
Yeah, but we like to just blame the kid.
Yeah, little monster.
Don't blame the kid.
Blame the kid or the other parent. Like, this kid wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't for you, okay?
Stop acting like your mama.
Here's Lisa with a question. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi.
I've got a 3-year-old, and she sucks her thumb, and it's driving me nuts. And she sucks her thumbs usually when she's bored or she's going to sleep, but it's already started to get a blister on her thumb. Oh. And we tried the deal where, okay, we're only going to let you suck your thumb when you go to sleep. And so now she pretends she's asleep so that she could still suck her thumb.
Did you try that fear thing where you tell them it's going to fall off?
No, I don't think she would understand. I don't know. She might understand that, but I don't think right now she would understand that it would fall off or care.
You know, can I just ask you what your pediatrician or your orthodontist has said to you about this?
Well, the orthodontist said to wait till she's like 4 or 5 because it wouldn't matter until her big teeth come in.
Yeah.
But with the blister, it like when I try to wash her hands, like if you put soap on it so that it doesn't get infected, it stings her.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried about the hygiene part of it too, because right now the blister like popped and I want to wash her hands.
I would put alcohol on it every time, and that way it hurts, and so she doesn't want to keep having a blister.
No, I would.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would definitely bandage it or Band-Aid it at this stage and hope. I mean, what you have to appreciate, though, is she requires that sucking. It's a pacifier, whether it's a thumb or a binky, you know, a pacifier. But hopefully you might deter her a little. You can't really deter her as regards sucking her thumb, but you might deter her in reference to putting the Band-Aid or the bandage on it. I mean, if she's got a really thick bandage on it, you know, is she going to suck it?
Right.
What
Usually
about that bitter stuff? You know that bitter biter stuff or whatever?
I read the FDA doesn't recommend that. But
oh, really?
Yeah, because, I don't know, I guess they hadn't done any testing on it or whatever.
You don't think that you would tell her at 3 years old, you know what, if you do that, it's going to fall off? She doesn't understand that?
I don't think she would understand the concept of, I only have 4 fingers, no big deal.
I bet she would. Nobody wants to have something taken away. She knows falling off means it's gone.
Well, I could try that, but...
I mean, I'm not the nanny, but I'm just saying, I know as when I was growing up, some of those little, like, crazy fear things, you know, would work.
Jamie's all about scaring the kids to death.
Yeah, but you know what? You're not going to have to pay for braces later, and you will thank me.
You know what it is? That's how we were raised.
Thank her. I mean, I'm really at my wit's end on how to help her. I want to help her because when she's at school, she doesn't do this. It's normally when there's, like, a quiet time or when she tries to go to sleep, and it
keep her awake all the time. Keep that kid awake.
You know what, Lisa? It's funny because when I was really young, obviously really young, long time ago, I used to babysit this kid, and at night I had to put a bandage on his forehead before he went to bed because when he sucked his thumb, he took his index finger and also rubbed his forehead. And he rubbed a huge hole, like this bloody hole in his forehead.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was a little crazy bastard.
You chopped his hand off.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, so it could be worse. You only have a little bitty blister instead of that huge hole in their head.
Well, her thumb might fall off, and then I won't have that problem anymore.
I think that
would
works.
just try,
I don't know. My mom
just
told
try
me
a
stuff
big
was going to
bandage.
fall off, and it didn't stop me.
It didn't. You still have your penis, do you,
Yeah.
Jack? Oh, that was sick and wrong, huh, Stella?
Oh.
A little, Jamie,
yeah,
a little.
yeah, well, you know, it's
Hey,
our
listen, guys, I hate to do this, but I can only take one more question. I have to go.
Thank
Okay.
you very much. I love your show. You have a good day.
Yay.
Bye.
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 That was to you, Stella. She loved your show.
I know, wasn't that cool?
I think I lost her with that.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Nanny Stella. I have
how are
a
you?
huge problem.
Okay.
I have 21-month-old boy-girl twins,
Yeah.
and my daughter has turned into the biggest biter of her brother.
Oh.
Like, I'm looking like a child abuser. All over his arms, his back, and nothing I do,
Wow.
like, she doesn't take it serious.
I mean, what have you done that's not working? What have you done consistently?
You know, I take them, separate them, and then I tell her it's wrong, and I bring her back, and I'll say, look, you're making your brother cry. He's so upset.
When
He's our
are they
family."
teething? At what age are they teething?
I think it started about 8 months, but
Okay, 'cause-
it's more
Oh,
of...
I'm sorry. Did you say
Coder brother
biting?
and bitter
She's
stuff.
biting?
I'm sorry?
Did you say she's biting?
Yeah,
biting.
biting all over his body.
Right, okay, I'm sorry. You have to sit her down and you have to tell her that the only thing that she can bite is either a teething ring or food. Now, I know that's going to sound retarded to some of the world, but that's it. She's not allowed to bite anybody or anything, only food or a teething ring.
And what if she still bites?
She can't. You have to remove her from the situation all the time until she gets it.
So every time she bites her brother, she gets a timeout?
Absolutely.
Oh, Sarah, you're going to be so busy.
Yep.
See, she thinks that's funnier because she gets more attention, and I think that's why she does it, because I'll leave the room to go to the bathroom.
Also, what you need to do is you need to put the attention on your son who's getting bitten.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know what
I
I
do
mean?
try.
Like, you
I
remove
try to kind
her.
of ignore her and read a book with him or try to give him more attention so it's
Yeah,
the
you've got
opposite
to
effect.
soothe him, and she's got to realize that the aggression's not going to be the attention seeker.
Wow. That one sucks, Sarah.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause Jamie and I thought you should get a dog and have it bite her every time she bites a kid.
I actually thought tell her teeth will fall out if she does it one more time.
some of my mom group people, they tell me to bite her back.
Oh. I don't think that's good.
That's
I
even
don't
below
think
us.
That's the old-fashioned way. That's like beat your kids with a rod.
Yeah, wow.
That one.
I don't know. All right, Sarah, let us know how it goes, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
thank
All right,
you.
thank you. Miss Stella, Nanny Stella, thank you so much for being with us on the show today.
Yay,
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I got to go.
No, that's okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, and have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Sounds like she was a little stressed out. Something happened?
She said she's at work right now. She's got a 3.5-year-old she's taking care of, so who knows?
Maybe that kid's biting somebody.
But it wasn't Jack's penis falling off?
I don't know. Her tone did change a little after that.
She changed up a little there, but she's at work with a 3.5-year-old that she's nannying right now.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not in for a memo.
She's leaving somebody though. Did you
That's a
notice?
good memo. Can I have a copy of that one if you get it? I don't frame
Please, Jamie, don't make jokes when talking to the nanny 911 lady about Jack's penis falling off.
No, she's at work. She's still a real life nanny.
Yeah, I think something was going on there. Like she had to go.
Yeah. And wherever she
Or maybe
I
she
don't
had
know
to go
where she is.
poop.
Oh, come on. Don't say that.
Or poop. You know, I mean, like sometimes you're like, I gotta go, and then people are like, why? Where are you going? You're like, oh my god, do I have to tell you? I'm just trying to find different what things.
Different
happen.
angles?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna take one question and then we'll all solve it. How about that?
Oh, no.
Daisy.
Hi.
Hi. We know you've been holding forever. You can ask us and we'll solve your problems.
Yeah, like.
Hey, shut up. We could. Go ahead. What was it?
Well, I had a question about my 2-year-old because she's having. I'm having a problem having her listen to me, but I changed it because everybody called with the same question.
Right.
And one of the things that I have is I breastfed her for a year, and so I managed to wean her off. But now she has this thing where she has to touch my breast when she goes to sleep, and she just doesn't just has her hand on it. She like plays with it.
Oh,
That's yeah.
And she's 2?
Yeah, she's 2 now.
But you know what? Jack's baby is 2 and fascinated with mommy's
And
boobies.
mine
Right,
too.
but she doesn't have to play with them. She just wants to see not just mommy's, everybody's boobies.
And yours
Yeah.
too?
And my
Well,
kid too.
She touches my mom's to her grandma.
So it sounds like, okay, we have 3 2-year-olds in the room. All 3 2-year-olds are obsessed
And
with
they
boobies.
say booby,
Yeah.
booby, booby, and grab it, male or female
Yeah.
boobs.
So it sounds like
Exactly.
she's totally normal.
Yeah.
Except for that, she needs it to go to sleep part.
Yeah, she does need it to go to sleep.
Can,
that
we
part, we might.
can Monica's mom make a big boob pillow for her to sleep with?
And then she'll feel around for me. If she doesn't find me, she'll feel her dad.
Where?
Yeah.
Wait,
No, they grab boobs. They're
Boobs,
fascinated
yeah.
with boobs.
is she in bed with you?
Yeah, she sleeps in the bed with
Well,
me.
that's the problem.
Yeah, get that kid in her
Well-
own bed.
Why isn't she in her own bed?
Because, well, she was only in a bath, and then she slept with me because her dad worked that night.
Yeah, but
see, this
because
is
you're the
your
mommy,
fault.
lovey,
Yeah.
lovey, the
No,
No, you
babies.
gotta put them in the other room. They scream and cry for a while, but you gotta do it.
Yep.
Yeah, but then to put up with the
And
crying.
strap those boobs up.
Ah.
So
Wear a sports bra to
Daisy,
bed.
but this is your fault because you're just being like that. You're babying her.
Yeah, well.
You are. You
well,
know you are.
well, we all do, and that's the problem.
Well, no wonder she still wants to be breastfed. You're treating
Yeah,
her
and
like a
then
baby.
she doesn't do it in the house. If we go somewhere and I'm carrying her, she'll reach for it. I mean, we're sitting, and sometimes it's because it's just so normal to me.
You like
'Cause
give
it's
it
like
to
an
her?
everyday thing, and I'll forget,
Hey.
and people turn around and be like, "What is she doing?"
Have you breastfed her at 2?
No. I
Hey,
stopped
there's
breastfeeding her
people
at
that
1.
do. There's people that breastfeed up to 2. And
Yeah,
like
that's
when the
gross.
kid
Yeah,
can
but
say
that's a
boob,
different.
it's
Yeah, but
gross.
but that's people that believe in it.
That's
or-
a whole different issue.
Yeah,
No,
that's a
but
different Oprah. Yeah.
When the kid asks for mommy boob, it's a little creepy.
I know, but she's talking about. I mean, this woman has a 2-year-old that she wants still to be a little baby.
Right, and so she lets her sleep in the bed, and she
Uh-huh.
allows her to coddle the boobs. You know,
Yeah,
so you need
you-
to strap them melons up, put that kid in a crib.
Yeah, she can't get the boobs if she's in another room where she should be.
And I'm Jack Hine, and I'm your nanny for today.
Right.
By golly, good. Where's our Andy Richter?
Damn it, Andy!
Damn it! I blew off all these booby calls for you, you bastard.
Let's take booby calls, and then when Andy calls, we'll go to him.
Well, also, we wanted to do Fanny 911.
Yeah.
Fanny 911.
Chuck, you got creepy. And that's where Gig, the gay intern guy, will answer any of your questions. Hey, is my kid gay?
Right.
Cool.
Any gay kid issues you might
Right.
have.
Any gay kid
Oh.
issues you have? It's Fanny
Speaking
9.
of gay kids, I watched that Sports Moms and Dads last night.
You know what? Can I just bitch at you about that? Sorry. But, you told me it was on last night, and I turned on Bravo at 10 o'clock, and it was not on, my friend.
You've got the funky East Coast feed Bravo, which means it was on at 7.
I thought you were going to call me bra. And I was like, oh, memories.
No, the East Coast feed, so you got Bravo at 10
Yeah,
and
I
7.
didn't see it. Was it great?
Not as great as I hoped it would be. Like, the parents really aren't that over the top, even though you could
They're
tell
not?
they're living their dreams, hoping the kids do for what they couldn't
Right.
do. That's what you could tell, and they spend a lot of money.
So it was kids that, are pushed to the limit kind of to be, the best in Little League, right?
Yeah, well,
Or soccer, or-
they're everything. There's a little gymnast,
Gymnast.
cheerleader. There's a football player. There's a girl basketball player, and then there's a boy ice skater.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to guess, and I haven't seen the show, obviously, because I watched it at 10, and it was like the President's Men or something. And I'm going to guess that the gymnast mom and the male ice skater parents were the worst.
I think the football dad was the worst.
Really? Was he?
Football dads are psycho.
Okay. Because
But-
I was just thinking, because those skating parents.
Yeah, but like $12,000-$14,000 a year. The
I've seen ice
cheerleader-
castles.
The cheerleaders spend, and the little ice skater boy has 3 coaches that are with them at all times. That he's on a special.
Who is?
School.
Which one is?
The ice skater boy. He's got
That's
3
what I'm
coaches.
saying. I'm telling you, I think they're the over the top ones, because the football dad just yells at the kid, right?
I have a theory of
Right?
No, he trains him. The kid has 7-day-a-week schedule where this kid runs, works with a trainer, works
well,
out with
then
the
I'm way
quarterback,
wrong.
runs passes. It's I'll bring in some clips here in a minute. It's
Okay.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, I want to see that. But I did see the ending of the world's worst television show in the history of television. It
Worse
is
than Kevin and Brittany?
It
Oh,
is
it's
worse
horrible.
than Brittany
It's
and
horrible.
Kevin.
No way.
You would rather sit and watch Brittany and Kevin chaotic than go through this. Do you know what I'm thinking it is, Jack?
Yes, I watched the first half,
It's Dancing with the Stars.
which, by the way, just to torture me more, I had to sit through a half an hour of it. I get in here, Monica can't stop raving about it. It's her
No,
favorite show ever.
But we also know
Yeah, but
lead paint where she grew up.
favorite
Yeah.
show ever. She told me.
Lead paint,
Right.
asbestos.
Right.
We don't know what else is around.
There's shows that like
Lead
Brittany
in
and
the
Kevin.
candy.
Yeah.
There's shows that I watch for this show.
Right, the Mexican candy. Yeah. What?
I draw my line.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Trust me.
I
get
watch the
this
show.
phone call from Melina. I have to call her.
However,
Yeah.
By
I
the
think
way,
Tristan's gonna do something really cool with this. About
did
the
you
show.
see the guy who danced with? Alina's online too. Did you see the guy who danced with the girl from the soap opera? I don't remember her name, but he is so into himself. They have a shot when she walks in and he's looking at himself in the mirror and he goes, his quote was, "I'm the prettiest guy out there at all these dance events, and you have to look good." Did you see that guy?
You know what? I saw the very end because Alina was calling me screaming to turn it on. We'd just gotten home. We went out last night, and then she's calling me. She's like, "Bloody hell, you got..."
It was horrible.
It was so funny.
Oh my God, we called each other like back and forth like 3 times, crying. We were laughing so hard at this thing.
Oh my God, the faces on these people were hysterical.
Oh.
It was just hideous. Now, who's Jack talking about?
Which one did you say, Jack?
She was from a soap opera. I don't remember her name.
Oh, she got the lowest score.
Okay, with the pretty boy, the guy who was so into himself.
He was. It was.
It was ridiculous. This guy he talked. I'm the best looking guy out there at every dance event. Everybody.
All right. So, and by the way, I just realized a lot of people might have not seen it. So what we're talking about is it's this show. It's called Dancing with the Stars, and they take these.
Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block, Evander Holyfield,
Tristan.
Tristan, yeah.
And then Rachel Hunter.
Rachel Hunter, she
Which
was
is
horrible.
weird, yeah.
She was bad too. I was really surprised.
So they take all these different semi-celebrities, I guess, and then they put them with professional dancers, ballroom dancers.
Why, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. I don't know what executives were going. Okay.
You know what? I watched.
Here's what we're gonna do.
I watched at the very end. It's a BBC thing. It's a British thing. I'm really sorry.
So we stole that? We thought that was